on most people's radar back when he had to fill the unbelievably big shoes of Rob Halford as the new singer in Judas Priest. And, you know, like everybody being a lifelong Priest fan, I was like, there's no way anybody could replace Rob Halford. Like, that's insane to even think about, right? And then I heard an album called Jugulator, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And, of course, at that time, having been in radio 40 years, those guys came into my radio studio, and that's when I first got to meet this guy, and such a wonderful, great guy, and an incredible singer. And, of course, his story is partially responsible for the movie Rockstar, which you've all probably seen a million times, which is basically inspired by his story. And since his tenure in Judas Priest, a couple great studio records, few live records, really, he really kept Priest afloat during a very, very difficult time. And of course, Rob came back, and that's all wonderful, but I give him a lot of credit because it was not an easy thing, and he really, really stepped in there at a time that Priest was really in trouble and held the fort with them and made some great music. And ever since, he's been a part of so many great bands, including the Dio Disciples, his own solo records, phenomenal music. And these days, he's kind of still doing some Priest stuff because he's currently the singer with KK Downing's new band, KK's Priest, which has released 2 great records so far and are about to play their first U.S. shows coming up very soon. So you know who I'm talking about. It's an honor to welcome to the Metal Hall of Fame. They call him just Ripper, Tim Ripper Owens, ladies and gentlemen. Give him some love. Get out here, man.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I didn't write anything down. So basically, I'm not prepared whatsoever. But I will say this. I'm still just a kid from Akron, Ohio that loves heavy metal. You know, I loved heavy metal. I have to give a big thanks to Judas Priest for taking a chance with the kid from Akron, Ohio, and becoming a singer from Judas Priest. And it launched my career to be able to do this for a living. You know, people like Rob Halford, especially Ronnie James Dio, Sebastian, these people just influenced me with music, and now I get to hang out with everybody and become friends with them. And for someone like me, that's the best part of the job for me. I mean, I don't like to mingle and hang out at these things half the time, but when I'm getting an award, I like it. I don't think people understand it. You know, Akron, Ohio is a pretty small town. It's not LA or New York or anything. And when you have the posters of Judas Priest on your wall, and that's the only posters you've had, and I never planned on being a musician. I always had a job, worked at a law firm, and that's why I look like this. And, you know, you get a call from Judas Priest to become the singer. And I take it serious. I work hard at trying to sing good because I love doing it. I love singing. I love singing for the fans and meeting people. But once again, the best part is being with all of you guys and being with all the musicians and being friends. And this is one Hall of Fame with the Metal Hall of Fame that Judas Priest can't keep me out of. I can go into this one without a call from somebody saying that I can't. But again, thanks to Judas Priest, thanks to Wendy Dio, because Ronnie was the best. And he was a mentor of mine, a friend of mine, a friend of everybody. I mean, when I say he was a friend of mine, Ronnie was a friend of everybody. He met you one time, he knew your name. But he kind of took me under his wing, and Wendy, just the best person ever you could ever meet. And the things that she does, and still for charity for the Stand Up and Shout Cancer Foundation. But thanks to her, thanks to everybody, and thanks to you, and thanks to the Metal Hall of Fame. Heavy metal is always here. Hard rock, heavy metal, that's all it's about. So thank you all. Thank you.